Alright, welcome to this episode of my playthrough of Portal. We have euthanized our weighted companion cube more quickly than any test subject, as the voice tells us. Now, this is a really interesting level that we've just completed because A, it introduces us to a fan favorite, the weighted companion cube, and B, it kind of talks to us about some of the mysterious ways in which Aperture Science and this voice talk about things, such as referring to euthanizing the cube as opposed to simply disposing of it or something like that. So, things are not as they seem, but we knew that already. So, without any further ado, let's get going. One other thing I neglected to mention in that little intro there was that we have begun to encounter little hideaways of what fans would call the Rat Man. Little tiny cracks in the perfection, little peek behind the curtain. Amazing how the first few elevators took like no time at all, but now you actually get a little loading box that tells you how much bigger these levels are.
The experiment is nearing its conclusion. The Enrichment Center is required to remind you that you will be baked, and then there will be cake.
I will be baked, and then there will be cake. That seems a bit odd. So, a lot of metal with that, we'll call it water at the bottom. So I can't jump that, obviously. But interesting how high those ceilings are. Let's shoot a portal up there. Can't shoot a portal at the sign. Let's shoot it there. So that's how we get from point A to here. I'm not even going to call this point B. Now this is interesting because it's not something being jammed open. It just looks like an unfinished section. We see the handprint. Here's another Ratman area. There's more of that water down there, so let's not tempt fate. At least any more than we have to. I love how pleasant this music is. More water and beans, a radio, more milk, a computer with a pot on the heatsink. She's watching you. Cake with like a no symbol around it. Not never but now. Courage is not the absence of fear. That one is true. A door with no handle. And we can't do anything about it. Alright, so this one proves to be a little bit trickier. So we can kind of see that we've lined this up properly. Because we can't shoot a portal anywhere here. So how do we do it? The answer is quite simple. We shoot it down there. And we try not to miss. trippy, I know. So that's where we were. We're now up here. We see a little number 2 indicator. So number 3's up there. So we have this checkerboard pattern again. Somehow I don't think we can jump that far. So what we'll do is we'll simply fall through. And again, we couldn't make it over there. Another checkerboard pattern, but that doesn't seem to get us anywhere when we can go all the way up there immediately. So let's do that. Number 4. So that's where we were. There's that lower platform we saw. There's a door over there. Interesting. And that's where the exit is, but it's not open. So we know this drill. So that's how we open the door.
Are you still there? Activated. Would you come over if a target lost?
So things become a little interesting here. So yes, we have to use the high energy pellet to destroy these things, which is not always as easy as it may seem. Especially when the pellet can go anywhere after you use it. Now we have to watch out for the pellet ourselves, and this becomes very, very interesting of a level. So I'm just trying to remember exactly which way we do this. Yes, I think I recall now. There's a drop there. So what we want to do is, first of all, we want to open this door and get the pellet in there, because that will activate this platform, which becomes a little bit tricky. We'll use that one there. Not quite fast enough. So you see what we did there, a 2-level portal redirection. Now that thing is inactive, but this platform is active. Sorry, the Aperture Science unstationary scaffold. So there's a button down there, the blue dotted line leads all the way up to the door, which we came in through the first time. Interesting. But it's a limited time thing. So there was a cube right above us, as you may recall. If I shoot a portal up there, so you can kind of see. So we're down there where that button is, and there's a cube right above us, which is what we need. So I have a funny feeling we're going to use the angle of that, platform which comes out, in combination with a drop jump down there, to get all the way over to that cube. So you can only shoot a portal at something when it is not moving. It worked! So you guys see what I did there, right?
Vital testing apparatus destroyed.
So we just have to wait for the unstationary scaffold to get back here. And we can put the cube there where it won't get pushed away. And once again, we have to use the unstationary scaffold to get over to the button in order to open the door. Now we can put the cube on the button and get over there. But preferably with not much momentum, because I don't particularly feel like flinging myself into that so-called water. And through the door we go. You notice the voice is being oddly silent now.
Vital testing apparatus destroyed.
Except when I do something like that. So that's a long way down. This chamber, I remember this. This can be very disorienting and it can be confusing if you're not the one actually doing it. So here's what I'm going to do. Well, first of all, I'm going to drop this in the water so it's out of the way. So what you do is you put a portal there. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a blue portal down there, and I'm going to jump into it, which will fling me straight up here. While I'm up in the air, I basically have to try and fling another blue portal onto the second platform. So that way when I fall through this orange portal, I come out of that blue portal, and then I try and put an orange portal onto the third platform, and so on and so forth. So that way, basically, I'm going to be constantly going up and down as I climb these platforms, and I have to try and shoot new portals from midair. So, wish me luck. See what I mean?
Well done. Be advised that the next test requires exposure to uninsulated electrical parts that may be dangerous under certain conditions. For more information, please attend an Enrichment Center Electrical Safety Seminar.
So, as you can see, I started down there, jumped onto platform number 1, platform number 2, platform number 3, platform number 4, and then over to here, which got me onto this exit. Ooh, that elevator got off to a quick start, didn't it?
Welcome to the final test. When you are done, you will drop the device in the Equipment Recovery Annex. Enrichment Center regulations require both hands to be empty before any cake.
Before any cake, huh? The final test chamber. Now we got a platform here that appears to be powered by this line of blue dots. There's a receiver there. Well, let's see what this does. I have a funny feeling this is going to make it go out the wrong way, but I have a way to counter that. Ta-da!
Vital testing apparatus destroyed.
So, you see what I'm doing here? I'm basically trying to keep up with this platform as it goes.
Vital testing apparatus destroyed.
So I don't... Oh, there's where I trapped it. All the way over there. I trapped the pellet somewhere else. So you see what's happening here? You go, oh, cake, and the exit. Watch this.
Congratulations. The test is now over. All Aperture technologies remain safely operational up to 4,000 degrees Kelvin. Rest assured that there is absolutely no chance of a dangerous equipment malfunction prior to your victory incandescence. Thank you for participating in this Aperture Science computer-aided enrichment activity. Goodbye.
Victory incandescence, huh? Is that a nice way of saying you're gonna burn me? Because yeah, this platform goes straight into the fire. So I put an orange portal over there, and we're gonna put a blue portal over there, and jump.
What are you doing? Stop it. We are pleased that you made it through the final challenge where we pretended we were going to murder you. We are very, very happy for your success. We are throwing a party in honor of your tremendous success. Place the device on the ground, then lie on your stomach with your arms at your sides. A party associate will arrive shortly to collect you for your party. Make no further attempt to leave the testing area. Assume the party escort submission position or you will miss the party.
Yeah, I don't think so. So that definitely did not work. What I need to do is I need to do this. Because you notice how the pipes are all broken away over there. So let's... And again, we can't open this door. So yeah, so first of all, assume the party escort submission position. We are glad you passed the test where we pretended we were going to murder you. Yeah, not pleasant, huh? I don't think they were pretending, if you get my drift. So, we've hit a very interesting point. Basically, the entire game up to this point, all 19 test chambers, were basically a tutorial. Teaching you how the game and how portals worked. But you were under the impression that that was the game. Now, look how different the aesthetic is here versus over there, or where we were before. Let's go forward, shall we? These stairs look awfully rusty. What do you know? They fall apart. If only we had some sort of portal device. A door that is A, has a handle, and B, is not closed. I just felt like hitting those turrets with a portal, or with a wrench, shall we say. Where are we? Because that's not creepy. Do you hear that pellet somewhere? So that door's locked, but it has a handle. So, what do we do? Well, let's take a running jump. And we made it. So what's in here? What is Black Mesa? Ah, a comparison of Black Mesa versus Aperture. It's kind of a PowerPoint even. So Black Mesa is a company kind of famous in the Half-Life universe for doing things which basically end up screwing all of humanity. Whereas Aperture Science is obviously the place that we're in right now. Competing with Black Mesa for defense, Department of Defense and government-wide acquisition contracts. This is where we start to get some insights as to what Aperture Science is. What is Black Mesa? 2.59% of all Department of Defense contracts, $10 billion federal dollars, 12% from full and open competition, 88% from no bids, things like that. Now here's a really interesting one. Sorry, not this slide, the next slide. Basically, it's saying that Aperture proposes a lot of things, but Black Mesa gets awarded, whereas Aperture Science does not. Now this one, a case study, genetic life form and disk operating system, aka GLaDOS. There's a name, again, if you're familiar at all with Aperture, then, or if you're familiar at all with Portal, then you've heard of GLaDOS. GLaDOS is the mysterious voice that we've been hearing. She is the genetic life form and disk operating system in charge of running the test labs. So if we step through this door here, hey, remember that? We were there. That's the one where there was the pellet bouncing back and forth through that door that we had to get to a receiver at the far end of the test chamber. And what's over here? Oh yes. Well, let's move this chair first of all. So that it was the so-called impossible test chamber, where we persevered in the face of extreme pessimism. And somebody's doodling on the wall. Nice little jellyfish. We can pick up things like the mouse. We can see it's an optical mouse. We can pick up clipboards, and if we press them up against the wall, subject number 234, well, we can't really read them. So that's the door we tried but was locked, so we don't need to go there, we've already been there. What's over here? The exit symbol, as we've seen throughout all the test chambers with an arrow pointing up, except it's written in red, like the Ratman. So I think we can pretty safely say that that's not water. So what we want to do is we want to jump like so. I'm just slightly curious as to what that is over there. A whole lot of nothing. Got it.
What are you doing? You haven't escaped, you know. You're not even going the right way. Hello? Is anyone there?
Seems like she has a vested interest in us, huh? Well, we've got what appears to be something of a vacuum tube, which is sucking cubes in that direction. You know what? I'm going to call the end of the episode there. I hope you join me next time as we continue to explore this less than polished behind-the-scenes face of Aperture Science. And see if we can figure out what's actually going on. See you then.